showers and thunderstorms today with strong southwesterly winds to 37 miles per hour.
It's a numbers game, especially for the situation that we're in. We're coming off of a high water event here 48 hours ago.
The outdoors is not a hobby. It's not our passion. It is our way of life. We make the perfect cast, slow our breathing to execute a perfect shot, spend hours researching locations and techniques. Regardless of effort, we fail.
Nice knot.
This series is not about incredible bites or trophy animals. Our goal here at Day One Outdoors is to educate our viewers utilizing new technology to offer a different perspective. Watch as we research new areas, plan out the day, and adjust to changing conditions. If not for other experienced outdoorsmen teaching me along the way, I wouldn't have this life. I owe it to them to pass this knowledge along. I owe it to you. Join us here on Day One Outdoors, and let's learn how to become more successful in the field and on the water from day one.
I've been fishing Pyramid Lake basically as long as I can remember. It's been, I'm 44 now, and I remember coming out here 6, 7, 8 years old, and my uncle and my grandpa introduced me to this lake. You know, getting over to Hell's Kitchen, running the old homemade downriggers, you know, just a little kid. And I remember I got a picture of me and being, 7 years old, holding up a stringer of Lahontan Cutthroats, just, I've been fishing this a long time, and luckily I've had as crazy diehard fisherman as I am that had years of experience before that to kind of guide me into what I learned too. Originally, the fish that were in here got to be astronomical size. I mean, the world record cutthroat is out of Pyramid Lake. 30, 40, 50, 60 pounders they had heard of, and that strain went extinct.
That's the biggest fish of the trip.
Big fish are eating today, boys.
We are soaked, we're cold, it's wet, it's blowing 20 miles an hour. We found a spot just to stop real quick, trying to warm up. Hand the boys twitching jigs. Hunter missed one. It was what, your first cast, Dennis?
First cast.
Twitching jigs for Lahontan.
Tanker.
And it's a nice one. Look at this guy.
It's on the Nightmare.
What you want to do when you run these twitching jigs for years like I have is it's all about the cadence. We're joking about that because this is the first cast ever with a twitching jig for me.
Oh, it's so awesome. Look at the size of that thing, dude.
Yeah, that's a great fish. We're getting into the bigger fish are eating today, boys.
Oh yeah, here you go.
We're gonna have a...
You get over here and hold this thing.
No, you're good. Smile. 15 years ago, they found a strain of Pilot Peak trout, or of Lahontan Cutthroats by Pilot Peak. They thought they were really close to the original strain that was in here. They cross-checked those Pilot Peaks with the DNA from the museum, a mount from the museum, realized, hey, we're onto something here. Started planting those, and all of a sudden, we've got this amazing fishery. Twitching jigs don't work.
They only work for salmon.
Yeah.
Oh. There you go.
Beautiful.
Can the rest of us fish now?
You want to hold that fish up?
No, you do it this time.
No, my hands are cold. Go ahead.
Dude, I'm freezing.
I'm freezing. Oh my God, my hands are freezing. So I'm sorry, Sam. I'm gonna.
All right, so no. Here's what happens. People get excited when we start catching fish. We don't have our microphones on yet. We don't have the rods out. We're not set up. I tell the guys to reel in. What do? He just cast again.
I don't know what he's talking about. He drove us all the way over here. We were trying to warm up.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yesterday, we absolutely destroyed the fish. We landed over 50 easily on plugs. And I kind of told Dennis and Jared, he's missed another one, that I really wanted to try and bring some Northwest techniques out here to Pyramid Lake. And one technique that we use a lot for salmon is twitching, but not many people use it for anything else other than that. We've caught Dolly Varden on it. Later on this year, I want to try and catch Mackinaw on twitching. And right now we're catching Lahontan Cutthroat trout, and a lot of them. So many of them that we can barely even get all the gear in the water, get our cameras ready. And there we go. Twitching jigs for Lahontan Cutthroat, and we're catching a lot of them. We're only, what, 10 minutes in the day, and this is a third or fourth fish. It was awesome. Thanks for playing, little buddy. Slow twitch, definitely the cadence is slower twitch.
Okay, now you go to the left.
Walk up. Oh, look at the size of this one too. Woo! It's a little guy. So much fun. What's cool about twitching is that you just got a direct connection to these fish. You feel the bite in your hand, first few head shakes, that's pretty cool. Shake, shake, shake. Boy, these fish fight hard. Come on, little buddy. There he is. Twitch and jig and everything. Man, this is fun. Love the colors and the spot patterns on these fish. Such a unique fishery.
I just had this fish just dart right up behind it. He had his face right on the jig, so I just sent it. That's one of the things you got to do out here. They follow it quite a bit, and they're not scared of the boat for the most part. So they followed it up. As soon as I saw him, I just free spooled it right to the bottom. Just as soon as it hit bottom, he ate it. He's there. The last few times I've been here, this point has been really good. Caught some big fish off this point, so I thought for sure once we got here we'd be pounding them, but they're not.
Man, we're really good at leaving fish to find fish.
Let's
See, we're catching a bunch of fish over here on this cliff face. What should we do? Let's leave.
Let's move.
Yeah, let's go try
That's
somewhere
what we
else.
do.
We all professional fishermen think that they're over there off the point where they should be, so let's go make them be there.
Yeah, let's go make them be there.
Yeah, we're gonna wait this out. We were coming out here planning on trolling first thing this morning, but no thank you. It is nasty out there. This like little 250-yard stretch is the only calm place on the entire lake. So
Our methods, the way we do things back home, right? We know that a lot of them are reaction responses or triggered responses, right? Not
Right.
bait, not feeding like us sitting down for dinner. So, being able to try those different methods with, yesterday we caught them on maglip, flatfish, spin fish, and today twitching jigs. First off, the first cast I think was a fish, second cast was a fish, third cast was a fish. We skipped a cast, got a fish, and then we've caught 3 or 4 more, and so it's just kind of fun employing these new methods, especially for Dennis too, because it's his fishery. He's like, man,
great.
you guys do know what's going on.
They do work good, and that's what we've been talking about. The twitch and jig deal for Yakima Bay, these new twitcher jigs are new.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about them for a year now.
Yep.
And I keep talking about, man, I think those will work good on my fish at home, and yeah, they work well.
Speaking of, we should cast.
Yeah. Out of my way, bombs away.
Fishfield is your one-stop shop online for the gear you need here in the Pacific Northwest and beyond. From salmon and steelhead, saltwater, trout and kokanee, even crabbing. Visit fishfield.com today to place an order with no sales tax and have the gear you need shipped fast. Fishfield.com, we have what the Northwest outdoorsman needs.
Every once in a while, a new lure comes along that catches every angler's attention. It could be because of all the irresistible colors and finishes, or the patented skip beat action, or maybe it's the wide variety of sizes designed for salmon, trout, walleye, steelhead, mackinaw, and more. But just for the record, we know one thing for certain. We didn't design the maglip to catch fishermen. Yakima Bait Company.
we got over here and it was literally just about every cast we're getting bit. And now we're only, what, 30, 40 minutes later, and we're struggling to get bit again. We thought we were on a hot bite, and we were, but it was short-lived. And that could be because of the light conditions getting a little bit lighter out. I mean, maybe we need to change our color. Maybe I do need to put a chartreuse one on and try and wake them up a little bit more. Whether you're twitching for Chinook or coho, chum, dolly varden, or in our case here, Lahontan cutthroat trout, cadence is really important. And Dennis kind of figured it out on his first cast that a slower cadence today is what's been working. So what we've been doing here is casting out, let it get down close to the bottom, and then just little small hops. So that way it stays in that part of the water column real close to the bottom, especially since we're casting to shore and bringing it off. That ledge keeps coming down, so we need to do smaller hops to let it, the lure, the twitching jig, keep walking down. Oh, you just missed one. Keep walking down that ledge. Color can be really important when twitching, really important. So we're all trying different colors here, trying to figure out which one's gonna work best. First thing this morning, it was definitely that darker black, that nightmare color. Starting to get a little bit lighter out, so I'm gonna try still that dark blue and purple, but with a chartreuse head, see if that'll wake them up. I don't know. Our bite died, so we gotta keep on changing things till we figure them out again.
Deploy.
At least we started off by getting bit, because if we started off fishing this slow, we would have given up so fast.
Yeah, it'd have been like, no, this twitching jig don't work here.
There's windows for a bite.
Yeah,
You know, and there's windows for a technique for that bite.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'm not even marking really any here.
yeah.
Turn around, Boogie.
Yeah, let's go.
Trolling rod's out, twitching rod's away. The well-oiled machine has begun. A little more speed. Truly do need to be a well-oiled machine to fish all these planer boards and downriggers. We got a good team here right now, so it's the only way that you can put numbers in the boat like we did yesterday.
So we're using these offshore planer boards here as part of our kind of multi-pronged approach, and you know, they're a very useful tool to be able to get your gear out away from the boat. Super simple to rig. So what I've done is I've let this Maglip 4.5 out 50 feet, which means it's going to be fishing 50 feet behind this board. So it's only going to achieve about 14 to 16 feet depth. And how you rig this up is real simple. Here's my line, and this is a clip, and this red clip has a pin in the back of it. You can see it back there. You want to slide the line behind the pin. What you want to do is here, how do you get this in here to stay without it pulling out? Well, it's a little trick of the trade is you take the line, you double it over itself like this, okay? You can double over itself like this, and you hold it against this third piece of line, and you get all three of them in there. Now whenever I go set this hook, and a fish pulls this back, I pull, this knot slides through, boom, and pops free to this clip, and the board comes in backwards. So I'm not pulling the entire board in backwards with me. So get that rigged up, and the reason we double that over is because we're fishing braided line. The braided line doesn't have diameter of monofilament, and so we double it up over itself to give it more girth, so that way that this clip will hold it as the tension of the rod is pulling on it and it's riding outside of the boat. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this one out here and catch another fish on it.
Man, toes are cold, face is cold, reels are cold, I'm cold, fish are cold. Oh, we want to catch them. Getting us too shallow here.
Oh, I think I got the award.
Surprised you can pull the board back on you.
Oh, nice little fish on a spinfish. Pretty consistent, spinfish, maglip, flatfish, been whacking them, but just this size. We're trying to get out of this size category here. We want the big brutes.
Big old! It actually looks like a good one. Not a bad one.
Never mind.
He's the same. He's just fighting hard. These fish, they're predators, you know, they're predatory fish, and so any predatory fish, they use these ledges and cover and stuff to ambush prey, and so they're not gonna, a lot of times they don't wander too far from these ledges.
Yeah, buddy. Nice.
That's a big one. That's actually acting like a big fish.
Stop it. You just stop it, Dennis.
Oh, look at that. It's a mini me.
Oh my God.
It's like a Lahontan Cutthroat.
It's a
but
tui
smaller.
chub.
You know, I fished walleyes with these boards, salmon, you know, all sorts of stuff. And you know, these 3 to 5 pound trout are slinging these boards back like 15, 20 feet. Rod's pinning in the holder, right? And so, you know, that kind of goes your ambush right there waiting. As soon as it goes by, they just drill it.
Yeah, they're hitting it hard. That's one thing that's cool about these fish, that they fight pretty hard.
And the plug bite.
Yeah, the
You
plug
know,
bite.
the plug bite is just like,
Boom!
John, right here.
get it, Cody.
Way out here in the deep stuff.
Yeah, that a baby. Ready?
Yep. I think
Got
he
it?
came off. Yeah, he's off there. Dang it, man. He just
Hammer timed it.
hammered that. All right, so this is a well-oiled machine. I need to stay on running the boat. Jared's gonna take that rod. That's our outside planer board. Hunter right now is putting the second board out on this side. The way our spread is set, we got 2 downriggers right here in the corners. We're fishing those in about 20 to 25 feet of water. Then we got 2 planer boards running inside to get up on top of the shelf. And a deep diving plug that we're keeping in pretty tight on a 3rd planer board that we just lost that last fish on. And having guys that know how to put the gear out, keep everything separated, nothing gets tangled up, and then being able to run these boards around the other gear, because we still got a center line out here with a jointed M2 flatfish. So when Hunter lets this one out, he has to maneuver around that center rod, the downrigger rod, let it scoot back behind the boat, and then swing back out into the spread inside of this outside planer board. So it really does help having guys that know how to run gear. We're in 20 feet now, coming up. Planer board coming up right here.
The other part of that equation is too, we're not just setting downriggers and leaving them. We're setting downriggers and we're running a foot off that contour so that there's constant movement of the downriggers also.
There you go, this board right here. There we go.
Beautiful fish.
Yeah, you know fishing's good when you just let it keep hammering down on the rod holder.
Careful when you get close, no.
Well, Dennis is definitely the local expert, and he said that right now it's staying pretty dark out. We've got some clouds rolling in and the wind's blowing, so going to a little bit more natural color, darker color. That frog might work a little bit better than what we were ended the day with yesterday, which is a lot of that white and chartreuse and green, that glow dill pickle. This is really difficult to try and pattern fish because it's just constantly changing. So we're gonna keep on switching up lures. There you go, Hunter. We'll change up that color. Yep. We're in 30. I'm gonna start tucking us in. We got a point coming up. Oh, he came off. Oh, dang it, he's still there. I gotta drive the boat. Here, you drive it. Fine, I'll catch fish. Oh, cold. Ooh, this one might be a 15, 20 pounder. Maybe 15 inches.
Wow.
We are in the nursery, boys. Pliers.
Salmon swim up to 3,000 miles to return to their exact place of birth to reproduce. Well, most of the time.
We just landed that last fish and resetting this here. And on the downriggers, we're running a 30-foot setback, so pretty close, and that allows us to turn a little bit tighter and keep our gear really close to the bottom so we can manage the depth on these spin fish that we're running. So I'm gonna clip it in here to my clip. And the downrigger weights that I'm running, these guys here by Fish Fighter, and what I really like about them is that they're streamlined. This guy here sits perfectly straight in the water, and so there's less drag, less blowback, so you can actually manage your depth a lot cleaner. No, you just got one.
It's just hooked to the side of the jaw.
And he's tiny. Dang it, we keep on getting excited.
That's the one we were looking for.
First bite on the big lure.
Feel a good one?
No, not really.
We keep getting bit. We just can't break that big mark. So
Check that out, dude. Giant plug, mini plug, same size fish. So there's two different types of fish out here, the Pilot Peak and the Summit. And these guys here are the Pilot Peak. They're bright silver, they look almost like a steelhead. The other ones, the Summits, have a rosy cheek and a little bit darker in color. Hopefully we can double up again. And you can see them side by side. This is unbelievable how many fish we're catching that are not what we're targeting.
It's just funny because that's what these fish here do, you know. Those big fish eat on certain days, and Little fish too on other days. You know, we fished back-to-back days multiple times, you know, and had big fish and small fish.
That's a decent one.
Yeah, nice fish.
We just said that's a decent fish.
Dad. I'm literally just so bummed out.
Dennis
right
is so depressed right now.
now. So bad.
Twitching.
What do you got, son?
Good one. Beautiful
That's
fish.
a good looking fish, man.
So this is the other string, and these are called the summits. And you can see, like Dennis was saying, they have this real blush gill plate and blush red line all down. I mean, look at all the spots. Isn't that neat?
We're in
Look at all the
22
spots
right
in this fish.
Solid black, nightmare. Now I'm trying to go to a little bit heavier weight here since we're getting most of our bites dredging dirt. So going to a heavier 3/4 ounce is going to help me stay down in that part of the water column. So
How
I'll put
about
this
the
guy
first
back.
cast
First cast
with the chartreuse?
Oh. Maybe I need to run chartreuse.
We've ran a lot of jigs out here before, but traditionally not a lot of even hairstyle jigs, really. The twitching jig is absolutely destroying fish. Oh, yeah. Right in his face. All right, that probably won't work again since it was the first cast.
Oh yeah, first cast of that color. Ooh, that's a good one.
Right, yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Better fish.
Oh man,
Hey, that's a big fish.
this is a big fish, dude.
For reals.
No, this is a good
Yeah,
fish.
no,
I
that
can't
one.
turn him.
Yeah, baby, all right.
He's
Got the
pulling
net
drag.
up there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dude, he's going for
Dude,
deep water
yeah,
too.
That's a good fish.
Oh man, this might be him. He's
our
pulling
fish.
drag. He's pulling drag.
That's our fish.
Woo!
Yes.
Ah,
Yes, that's
not
a better
huge,
fish.
but we'll take it.
That's a better fish.
These fish fight so stinking hard. Skinny, big head. Check it out. And these fish are hatchery fish too. You can see he's fin clipped on his adipose. Right back here by my thumb. Big head on this strain of fish. Big jaw, bright, hard fighting fish. Dang it, man, I thought that was him.
We're trying something that's Northwest technique, right? The difference in our twitching jig and most others is we use what's called a darter style jig head. So you can see how it's almost cone shaped at the top. A lot of your other football style, round style jig heads, as they come up and they drop down, they just come up and drop straight down. A darter does exactly that. So as you're hopping this jig across the bottom, if you've seen us doing it all day, that darter jig doesn't just fall, it falls and it kind of, so every time you hop that thing up and down, it's shimmying and shaking back down to the bottom. So it creates a little bit more action. As you can see on here, we've also added some other things for attraction value. We've got the squid tails, the tentacles, which are just like, you know, a rubberized hoochie. It's got this rabbit fur, which pulsates as it's going through the water as you're hopping this thing. And then some added tinsel flash in here just for some attraction value. This is also coupled with a 4/0 hook, and this is a 3X strong hook, so it's stout to hold big fish. There we go. So we just talked about the twitching jigs. Just use the pink one, just showed it. Cast out, fish on. I love twitching, it's so fun. Twitch, twitch, am I hung up? Nope, fish, it's going the other way.
Dennis has a good one there.
Those head shakes. Boom, boom.
Dude, those are big head shakes.
Yeah.
Well, there he is. I see him back there.
Look at that fish, huh? Oh, baby. Come on. Twitching jig.
Twitching jigs, buddy. We'll catch better quality
Look
fish
at that
twitching
fish.
today.
Look at that fish.
Oh, man.
Look at that fish.
That's it. Don't you lose this, Dennis.
Dude, that thing's 20 pounds, bro. That thing's 20 pounds. Everybody calm down now.
Nice and easy.
Nice and easy. Look at how he's shaking.
Dude, look at the head shakes. He woofed it, too.
Baby, come on, baby.
He
Dude,
woofed
that
it.
thing is huge.
Dude, my heart rate hasn't come up like this fish in a long time.
Dude, look at him.
Oh, look at he's spooling you.
Yeah. I've been to this point in my life a few times and it had too tight a drag, and they do that hard
The big head
pull,
shake, yeah.
that head shake, and then yeah, baby! Woo! Yes! Yes! Dude! Twitching jig, baby. Twitching jig.
Twitch, boom!
Here, let me get him up.
That's a big one.
Oh, son! Look at that pilot peak fish.
Oh, no way.
Oh! Oh! Look at that fish. It's just a monster. I mean, that thing's 18 pounds, you know? We've been catching a lot this size. We've been weighing a lot this size. Not on this couple days.
Not on
but
this trip.
Not on this trip, but I'll tell you that fish is 18 pounds right there.
All right, baby, thanks for playing. Look at the colors on that. All right, Jared, slide the net. Dude, what a beast. This is a trout.
Oh, yeah.
Yes!
Woo! Give me some dap, yo.
See you later, baby. We did it.
Twitching.
Now,
Hey,
twitching. I know.
New
Hey, you guys
technique for
can't
you.
call me liars.
yeah, your
No,
trolling
we still
doesn't
haven't caught
work.
anything on that plug.
Yeah, your techniques don't work. Ours do.
That was so fun.
Hey, what color did you get it on to?
Yeah, no kidding. The one that's been working. I picked this out of the box and then it started working really well.
Weird, yeah. And of course, it came at the very end of our second day.
Exactly.
And we got it, finally.
got it.
We earned it.
We earned it.
That's the thing, it's a team effort. As you watch, we all did everything the whole time. We're all trying to help each other get that one fish. And of course, Dennis, again, he just caught it, and what happened? He got all week long.
That
This guy.
out-of-towners, the guests, no.
When I was,
Can't catch fish, you're not in the water, boys.
yeah, gotta get a
Look, he's
twitching
already
jig in the
fishing
water.
again. Oh, what a trip.